My in-laws, despite being the wealthiest family in the city, hadn't eaten meat for 3 months. They were moved to tears after secretly tasting a bite of steak. At that moment, I spoke up from upstairs, giving them both a huge fright. When I told them to continue eating, they felt an eerie sensation, like a devil whispering to them. In the past, when I was present, they could only eat vegetables, and I wouldn't touch my chopsticks. No one dared to eat before me. It was clear that I was scolding them for their secret indulgence. They immediately felt guilty, like thieves caught in the act, worried that I might jump down from upstairs and punish them. The reason they treated me this way, and the CEO had finally married me and gotten me pregnant. So they pampered me and listened to everything I said, but I couldn't let go of my ex. And if it weren't for that drunken night months ago, where I accidentally got involved with the CEO and got pregnant, I wouldn't have ended up married into such a rich family. But even so, I still couldn't forget my ex, so I kept causing trouble. I called the CEO a rapist and threw vases down on him every time he came home, until his hands were covered in blood. Then one day, a lightning bolt struck me and I lost control, falling down towards the floor. Just then, a soul from the real world crossed into my body. Realizing that I had entered a short drama, I felt pity for the original person's foolishness, but it was too late. I was hanging in midair, thinking I was about to die. However, when I opened my eyes again, I found myself safely lying in bed. The nanny said the CEO had already gone downstairs to work out, his biceps as solid as ever. I felt thrilled, thinking, now it's my turn to live a life of luxury. The first thing I did was to stop causing trouble and to mend my relationship with my in-laws. So I got up to apologize, but as soon as I opened the door, I was shocked to see the living room was pitch black. My in-laws and the CEO were all holding knives, chopping away. I thought they were going to kill me, and they quickly turned on the lights, explaining that they were just making dumplings for me. They added that I had previously told them to avoid any lights after 9 p.m., so they had to work in the dark. I felt guilty, worrying that my behavior might have caused trouble for the baby after I gave birth. To improve the relationship, I took the first aid kit to help the CEO change his bandages. But the CEO didn't believe my good intentions, since I had a history of adding sea salt or menthol to his medicine. I promised I had changed and would never torment his body again, then gently applied the medicine. Seeing my gentle touch, the CEO began to feel that I was different from before. However, just then, a call from my ex interrupted his thoughts. The contact name was Dear Husband. I even answered the call in front of the CEO. Humiliated, the CEO stormed off, but he didn't know I had completely forgotten that Dear Husband referred to my ex. When I heard that my ex wanted me to get confidential data from the CEO's company, I became furious. I didn't want my ex ruining my hard-earned life of wealth, so I warned him that we were done for good and that he should stop bothering me. The next day, I slept in late, but my in-laws were already at the breakfast table by 10 a.m., as I had set a rule that we must have breakfast at 10. And because I had insisted they eat only vegetables for months, they secretly wanted to taste the beefsteak in front of them. But I caught them, and not knowing the reason, I kindly told them to go ahead and eat, not to worry about me. This frightened them, and they quickly apologized, bringing me